Tonight, game one of the Sutherland Cup Semi-Finals between the Golden Horseshoe Conference champion Caledonia Corvairs and the Midwestern Division Cherry Cup champion Waterloo Siskins. Good evening, welcome to the Haldimand County Caledonia Center in Caledonia, Ontario. I'm John Molson. The Corvairs won their conference championship on home ice last Wednesday, 4-3 over the St. Catharines Falcons. Cody Brown had 2 goals. Brown scored the opening goal at 16:52 of the first. He added a power play goal at 19 seconds of the third. Spencer Gourlay and Jordan Peacock each had 2 assists as Caledonia held off a late third period charge by the Falcons.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please now stand, remove your headgear for the playing of our national anthem.
In that final game of the Golden Horseshoe Conference Championship, the 4-3 win by the Corvairs, the Falcons able to keep that game close. Yanni Rallis and Tommy Barks scoring for St. Catharines at the 12:24 and 13:03 marks of the third period. As mentioned, to keep the game close, the Siskins won their first Midwestern Division title in 20 years on Saturday night. Christian Ruskowski had the tying and game-winning goals at 7:21 and 13:19 of the third period as we're just about set game one underway as Connor Murphy wins the opening draw and drops it to Kyler Nixon on the left defense. Malott around Nick Hurst to the corner, and it's batted up the near side by defender Matt Martin. Connor Bodner skating now down the right wing, stops at the half board, and it hits Kyler Nixon in the skate. Blunt backhands it down the wall. Malott, the cross ice feed to the right wing, tipped in by Patton. Leo Lazarev leaving it for Matt Martin, the Waterloo defender in the number 3 sweater. Martin's pass up ice, picked off by Gourlay, and the turnover, the quick shot by Cody Brown, and a big glove save by Leo Lazarev. 51 seconds into game number 1 of the Sutherland Cup semi-final. The Siskins winning game number 6, 5-4. The shot by Abraham off the left side of the defense. Forsland able to backhand it up the wall, and the puck rings around the far board, picked up by Danny Hanlon. It's picked off. Cody Brown on the quick shot over the right circle, taking the puck away from Hanlon. And Evan Bueller tries to jump around Justin Abraham at the top of the Caledonia blue line. Furlong out to play it for Forsland down the right side. Lazarev hanging on at the side of his net. The Siskins winning the Midwestern Division title, the division the Corvairs used to play in last year. The Corvairs going to the Cherry Cup final last year. At any rate, the Siskins winning game number 1 4-0. The Culletons tying the series. The Siskins later jumping out to a 3-1 series lead. The Culletons hanging on for a 3-2 victory in game 5 before the Siskins won game number 6 5-4 on Saturday night at Alman Arena. Radford, the pass up the left side, too far for Cosimo Fontana as the whistle goes. Starting in net for the Waterloo Siskins is number 37, Leo Lazarev. He's played in 18 games, registering a 12-5 1-loss record through the playoffs with 1 overtime loss. 1 shutout through the playoffs, a .244 goals against average. As Brown wins the draw, Blunt gives it back to Brown at the near side of the net, and Leo Lazarev sliding across the crease and making the save at the far side. Lazarev with a .927 save percentage. Cody Brown taking the draw again, this time to Peacock. Feeds Blunt on the left side of the point, and Gourlay has the disc taken away on the far side by Danny Hanlon. Peacock and Hanlon tie up at the far board now in behind the end line, and the puck goes back to center ice where Nick Hurst shoots it in behind the Caledonia net. Nixon down the left wing, taking it by himself with Cody Brown on his right side, and Nixon offside at the left side of the Siskin blue line. Starting in net for the Caledonia Corvairs is the playoff MVP through 3 rounds, Colin Furlong. Furlong's played in 14 games as the draw in the neutral zone beside the Waterloo bench. Murphy inside his own blue line, goes to the far side of the blue line for Blunt, and Blunt rings a pass around the far board and out the near side. The Siskins able to clear the length of the ice, and Furlong out to play it to the defender Nixon. Nixon up to center, Patton down the right wing, and Murphy a quick wrist shot along the ice from the right end line, and Lazarev making the save on the far post. Andrew Brubaker tying his man up from behind, knocking Patton to the ice. Murphy digging for it as well. Malott off to the right-hand side of Patton, and Malott shoveling a quick pass to the left side for Connor Murphy. Nixon has it slapped away by Ryskowski. Ryskowski with a 51-point effort through the regular season to tie for the Waterloo Siskin team lead in points, tied with Mitch Atkins. Atkins, the ex-Brantford 99er, playing the last 13 games of the year for the Siskins. A hit along the near side board by Mitch Brown. The puck squirts free to Parker, and Nick Hurst hops around Ratchford at the right side of the Caledonia blue line. Martin stops it at the left side of the blue line this time and fires a shot wide to the far side. And a second opportunity by Evan Bueller as he fires a shot to the near corner, and the whistle going 4:50 into period number 1. Tonight's presentation of game number 1 of the Sutherland Cup semi-final, brought to you by ARC Pro HD. No score between the Golden Horseshoe Conference champion Caledonia Corvairs and the Midwestern Division Cherry Cup winning Waterloo Siskins. Caledonia winning the draw, back to Forsland inside the line, and plays broken up nicely by Thomas Carey. He breaks up the forward pass down the right wing to Jake Brown. Moran slaps it up the boards, and the puck moving through center down the near side. The Siskins clearing it back in, Bodner clearing it down the near side before the Siskins go off on a partial line change. And a big hit on Scott Dorian by Evan Kearns at the near side. Kearns taking a few steps from the right side of center, but no charging call on the play. And the long shot by Blunt taken in the midsection by Lazarev. Lajeunesse around Nixon. Lajeunesse maneuvering himself around a check on the Caledonia bench. A solid hit by Nixon, but Lajeunesse moving right around him on the right wing. The draw by Brown wins it back to Nixon. Nixon to the far side. Nixon gets it back now as he chips a forward pass past Christian Ruskowski. Lazarev plays it around the far board. Shot by Blunt. The turnover, the shot by Hanlon. And a tip in front by Evan Bueller. Bueller first forcing the turnover through the neutral zone on the far side, and then getting two more opportunities. The shot wide on the far side. Caledonia back to the attack. The shot by Abraham wide of the net and coming out the near corner. It's picked up by Semino, and he dumps it back inside the Caledonia line. Semino to Parker. Parker gives it away in front of the net. The shot inside the right circle by Cody Brown. And Lazarev alertly making a big save with the right pad off Cody Brown. A bad giveaway by Parker on the near side. Parker a chance to redeem himself now as he clears to the neutral zone. Logan Stanley, the pass ahead. Parker crossing the blue line, and it's thrown down the right wing by Connor Patton. Abraham losing the puck, checking Matt Martin after the puck goes to the far board, and Martin gets it back and clears it up, but not out down the right side. Abraham down the far wall, this time taken away by Martin, and Martin moves offside with Mitch Atkins and Matt Sheik ahead of him on the play. Sheik on the right-hand side, Atkins down the left wing. Atkins moving to the right wing to take the draw opposite Jonathan, and Sheik, the ex-Elmira Sugar King, spending last year with Elmira, dumping the puck in down the near side. Caledonia able to clear, picked up by Martin. The Siskins able to defeat the Sugar Kings in round number 2, and Ratchford offside as he was unable to keep the puck in at the right side of the blue line. The Siskins winning 3-1 in the semi-final in that final game against the Sugar Kings. The draw now in the neutral zone. Mitch Brown opposite Lajeunesse, and Lajeunesse wins it with a backhander back to Andrew Brubaker. Brown and DeFarius, Mitch Brown that is, coming together at the far side. And Ratchford hitting DeFarius at the top of the blue line inside the Caledonia zone with 11:25 to go, first period of play. No score between the Golden Horseshoe Conference champion Caledonia Corvairs and the Cherry Cup champion Waterloo Siskins, playing in game number 1 of the Sutherland Cup Semi-Final. The puck coming off the near board and Furlong playing it to the near corner. Ratchford back to center. Lajeunesse down the far wall, dumps it in. It's tossed aside by Dorian on the bouncing pass to the near board. Brown leaving the zone, Dorian off to his left wing, and Andrew Taylor on the back check throws it in on the near side, or Ryan Taylor, excuse me. Getting my Taylors mixed up. Andrew Taylor, an ex-player many years back from the Brantford Blast of the Senior AAA Hockey League. Peacock the up feed, and Ruskowski rings it around the far board. Ryan Blunt on the return feed around the board to the near side, this time picked up by Gourlay. The bouncing pass back to the blue line by Cody Brown. And Brown's hung up on a body check by Semino. Semino down the left wing to Hanlon, and the quick pass from Hanlon up to Ruskowski. And Ruskowski with a good chance in the high slot, but the puck going out of play on the near side. Luke Gazzola taking the draw from the left circle. Opposite Cody Brown, out to the right glove side of Furlong. Martin down the boards. The pass too far for Bodner. Blunt plays it. And Gourlay, the cross ice feed back to Blunt, defending on the right side of the blue line beside the end line. The lead pass for Brown broken up momentarily by Gazzola, and Gourlay takes it, and he had an opportunity for a second there on the right side before he goes crashing into the end boards 4 inches wide to the far post on the Waterloo net. Bodner and Brown come together at the far board. Forsland checking, Hurst playing the right side of the blue line. And the puck dumped in down the far wall. The 227s chasing after the puck, and Hanlon able to poke it around Forsland. The puck out the near wall before the disc moves to the other side. Brubaker through center. Ruskowski to Buehler, and Buehler open a shot using Patton as a screen. And Buehler, the quick shot from the right circle. Brubaker, a rebound a little higher up the right circle this time. His shot kicked aside by Furlong. Ruskowski in the neutral zone, checked by Connor Murphy. Murphy back checked by Brubaker, and his centering pass, trying to find Patton back door on the far side, but the defender, DeFarius, able to get in front of the pass, and the Siskins back down the left wing. Malott to Murphy. Murphy nicely working his way on the 1-on-2. Murphy around Nick Hurst, and Leo Lazarev with the glove save. An opportunity now to congratulate Leo Lazarev. Lazarev picked last week in the first round of the OHL draft by the Ottawa 67s. Leo seeing action in the All-Star game back on the 29th of December in Port Colborne. Haven't seen Lazarev play much in the Brant County Haldeman region. The 3 games that the Siskins played in Brantford, I never got a chance to see Leo play, as Ryan Hergott played in those 3 games. I did manage to get a chance to see Leo play in the December 2nd game in Waterloo against the Culletons, a game covered by Rogers Television, as Furlong gloves it down and leaves it for Todd Ratchford. The pass over the head of Mitch Brown, and Mitch going off on a change, picked up by Brubaker. The pass too far for Taylor. Brubaker's pass over 2 lines, going all the way down the far side, and an icing call with 6:27 to play, period number 1. No score between the 2 conference champions, the Golden Horseshoe winning Caledonia Corvairs and the Midwestern champion Waterloo Siskins. No out-of-town games on the out-of-town board tonight. The shot wide of the net by Brown. Cody Brown falling down on the far side. Brown able to get a shot away along the ice, and Lazarev going from the near side to the center of the ice to make the save in the padding along the ice, preventing the first goal of the game by Cody Brown. Kearns losing it, and Nixon to Cody Brown. Brown attempts a drop pass to Gourlay. Peacock the shot wide on the far side. The puck going past the Caledonia bench, picked up now by Nixon, speeding through the neutral zone and across the right side. Picked up and cleared by Thomas Carey. Abraham picks it up on the near side, skates around the far corner. Dorian with Brown behind him. Dorian trying a back pass from the far corner. Cody Brown knocked down in behind the Waterloo net off to the right-hand side. And the first penalty of the game coming up here to the Waterloo Siskins, as Jared Parker to the box for Waterloo. Connor Murphy to take the draw inside the right circle. The draw won by Lajeunesse past the end line on the far side. Martin unable to clear. Blunt keeps it in. Malott from the half wall far side. The back pass to Murphy. Gives it back to Malott. Malott tries to spin around the defender, Nick Hurst. Malott still spinning on the far side, gives it to Blunt, cross ice feed. Blunt gets it back and fires a shot wide of the net on the far side. Nixon keeping it in at the right side. Murphy from the half wall, 1:13 to go in the Waterloo penalty. And the pass across from the end line, Patton wide open from the right side, but he fans on the shot inside the right circle. Nixon to Murphy's side of the net. Murphy getting a shot away. This time Murphy on the near side, moves to the near corner, back to Blunt. Checked at the top of the line by Danny Hanlon, goes to the other side to Nixon, and down the far half wall. The centering pass by Murphy, and another penalty coming up here to the Waterloo Siskins. The Siskins now going 2 men short for 36 seconds as Nick Hurst goes to the box for cross-checking. The Caledonia Corvairs with 18 power play goals through the playoffs and 71 opportunities for a 25.35 power play percentage. Cody Brown wins the draw with a backhand pass to Blunt. Nixon moving off the blue line, boxing the Siskins in on the 5-on-3. Blunt the return feed and fires a hard shot off the top of the pads of Lazarev. Nixon the shot, his shot hits the outside of the post. Nixon winds up, his shot hits the defender, back to Blunt to Nixon. And the Corvairs boxing in the Siskins at the top of the 2 circles. Shot by Blunt off the outside of the near post, shot by Brown. And the Siskins able to break up play at the right side. Evan Kearns finally able to clear. Waterloo back to 1 man short now. Brown the pass too far for Peacock. Peacock on the backhand through the slot area. Gourlay turning around, the shot from beside the right circle, and it hit something in front of the net and moved off to the near side. Brown the centering pass. Peacock from above the crease, and Lazarev with another big save. Abraham a bouncing pass down the boards. Lazarev out to play it, and Martin backhands it back to the right side of the blue line, but not out. Abraham down the half wall to Connor Murphy. Murphy and Abraham on the back and forth, and Murphy plays it down the far side wall. The cross-ice feed from Malott looking for Todd Ratchford, and Patton picks it up in the near corner, separating himself from Abraham. Abraham moves himself to the left side of the blue line to Radford. Radford winds up, and the shot blocked by Carey. A partial break. The shot by Thomas Carey. Carey trying to capitalize short-handed. Well, actually now the Siskins back to full strength. And Carey with a semi-open shot around Ratchford from the right circle Caledonia zone. And Furlong with a big save. Lazarev leaving it for Semino. Semino the pass up the center to Bodner. And Bodner hit heavily into the boards by Forsland before Furlong, the Caledonia netminder, covers up at the far side with 1:19 to go in the game number 1 Sutherland Cup semi-final. No score between the Caledonia Corvairs and the Waterloo Siskins. Both teams with some good chances in the first. I'd say Leo Lazarev, the sharper of the 2 goaltenders, as we await the shots on goal announcement. 1 minute to play in the period, but I do believe the Corvairs have outshot the Siskins through period number 1. Ruskowski picks it up behind the net. The pass to the right wing, Bueller tries to move around Moran. The back pass to Ruskowski, and the long shot by Ruskowski out the far side and picked up by Forsland. Now back check by Bueller, a bouncing tricky hop, and the Corvairs with a shot. Cosimo Fontana with a shot to the far side of the net, and Leo Lazarev losing his mask with 27.4 seconds to go in the first. Lazarev making the save on the far side. The Corvairs getting the, or nearly getting the series first goal on a strange bouncing puck from far out. And the Siskins now, by the looks of things, taking their third penalty of the period. Peacock now skating over to the penalty area. Initially it looked like Evan Kearns to the box. And the referees confusing the two number 7s on the penalty call. No games on the out-of-town scoreboard tonight. The St. Catharines Falcons and the Leamington Flyers getting underway tomorrow night. Side of the net, the long shot by Danny Hanlon, and Ruskowski wide open on the near side, unable to find the puck to slip it in the near corner. As the buzzer goes, Chimino, the last to touch it at the top of the right circle. No scoring in the first period of play in the Sutherland Cup Semi-Final game number 1. Leo Lazarev, the busier of the two netminders. And at the end of 1, it's the Golden Horseshoe Conference champion Caledonia Corvairs at 0, and the Midwestern Division Cherry Cup champion Waterloo Siskins also at 0. Your score scoreless at the end of 1 between the Caledonia Corvairs and the Waterloo Siskins Sutherland Cup Semi-Final game number 1. The two teams actually late getting out of the dressing room to start period number 1. The two head referees and the two linesmen first to hit the ice for period number 2. Game number 1, Sutherland Cup semifinals. No scoring through period number 1. Cody Brown with several good chances for the Corvairs. Leo Lazarev, the busier of the two goaltenders, as Colin Furlong now skating to the far end, the playoff MVP through 3 rounds for the Corvairs. The two teams actually crisscrossing paths. Waterloo skating to the far end. The Corvairs winning round number 1 and 4 straight, beating the Thorold Blackhawks in round number 2 and 5 games, and defeating the St. Catharines Falcons in round number 3 to win the Golden Horseshoe Conference Championship. The Siskins getting here by wins over the Guelph Hurricanes, a 4-1 series victory through round 1, defeating the Sugar Kings 3-1 in game number 7. And the Siskins winning their first conference championship in 6 games over the Stratford Culletons on Saturday night. Play now underway, period number 2. Hanlon off to the right side to Ruskowski, gives it back to Hanlon. Ruskowski and Hanlon going back and forth before Cimino picks it up on the far side. He's hit on the far board by Briar Jonathan, but the puck played in deep. The Corvairs able to clear the zone. Mitch Brown throws the disc down the near side before going off on a change. And Bodner knocked down from behind by Forsland before Kyler Nixon throws it up the board. The Siskins on the 5-on-4 here. Peacock on the tail end of the first Caledonia power or penalty rather. Waterloo drawing 3 penalties through the first period, as the shot by Danny Hanlon from the left side of the blue line hit a stick in front in the slot area and deflected out of play on the far side. La Jeunesse losing the draw to Mitch Green. Green seeing somewhat limited action through the playoffs. Quilty out for the Corvairs. Atkins fires a shot, and the rebound grabbed by the Siskins in front of the net. Mitch Atkins with the shot, side of the net, and it looks like La Jeunesse picking up the disc along the ice on the far side and sliding it down the center of the net for the game's first goal, 1 minute and 27 seconds in. A little hard for me there to see the Waterloo goal scorer, as all the Waterloo fans jumped up in celebration.
And for Nick Hurst.
La Jeunesse from Adkins and Hurst.
Waterloo goal, power play effort.
1:27 of the second. La Jeunesse on the power play along the ice from the far side. Play through the neutral zone. Brown over the right side for Peacock, and Bodner lifts his stick, and the Siskins able to play it back to the Caledonia side of center ice. Martin in the corner knocks over Gourlay, and Peacock tries to play it up the board, but it's intercepted by Jared Parker. Now in behind the net, far side, Bodner. Peacock picks it up, cross ice feed to the left wing to Gourlay. Gourlay moves past Martin underneath the end line on the far side. And the Siskins able to take it away on the bouncing flip pass down the near side board beside the 2 benches. Adkins looking for Carey on the centering pass. Carey eventually gets the pass in behind the Caledonia net, not in front of the net where he would have liked it. And the second opportunity by Carey, the shot 2 inches off the ice from over top the left circle, and Furlong making the save on the near corner. La Jeunesse with his 7th of the playoffs, his 10th overall point at 1:27 on the power play. And the Siskins with a 1-0 lead, as Moran runs Evan Kearns into the far boards, but no penalty on the play. Radford to Patton. Patton the cross ice feed far side. And Connor Murphy a quick shot wide of the net on the near corner. Murphy a second chance from the half wall near side. La Jeunesse checking him. Patton from the high slot, the rebound, and they score! Connor Patton picking up his own rebound off the near board. And 4 minutes, or 3 minutes and 36 seconds into period number 2, the Corvairs tie the game up. Patton first the shot from high in the high above the slot, the shot by Patton. About halfway between the blue line and the top of the circles. DeFarius, left side of the blue line, shot wide. Fontana to Blunt. Blunt tries to poke it ahead. Ruskowski takes it away and plays it down the left wing to Danny Hanlon as the whistle goes. Patton open on the initial shot in the high slot, as mentioned, between the blue line and the top of the two circles. And Patton collecting his own rebound. The shot along the ice, hitting the board on the near side, coming right back to him. Patton gathering in his own pass. Probably not intentional to direct the puck to himself, but Patton was able to fire a wrist shot high to the far corner over the shoulder of Leo Lazarev and tie the game up at the 3:36 mark of the second period. Cody Brown and Gazzola from the neutral zone. Peacock on off to the right of Cody Brown, and Brown wins the draw. Abraham hammering it in around the near side board. It goes all the way around to the other side, and the Siskins able to clear it out at neutral ice. Bodner hit hard by Abraham, the Caledonia defender, one step off of center ice, and it looks now as if Abraham will go to the sin bin for that hit on Bodner. Looked like a clean hit to me, but the high upper body hit by Abraham results in the first Caledonia penalty of the second period. The Siskins scoring their first power play goal at 1:27. The carryover penalty from the first period to Jordan Peacock. No other action on the out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Leamington and the St. Catharines Falcons getting underway tomorrow night, 10 after 7 in Leamington. The Falcons and Maroons with identical records through the playoffs. I was unclear even as of earlier today about the clarification on the 4th seed, the Maroons finishing at 9-3-1. That later cleared up for me. The shot by Semino along the ice, Furlong getting a piece of it, the shot from the left, and Furlong on the rebound once again, kicking the puck aside at the near corner. The Chatham Maroons missing that last playoff spot by virtue of the fact that overtime losses do not count in the decision regarding the number 4 seed, the number 4 entry into the Sutherland Cup semi-final. Shot by a fallen Semino, Furlong somehow getting a piece of that, and the Corvairs clearing back to the other side of center. The Falcons losing in 5 games in the conference final to the Corvairs. The Corvairs winning 5-2, winning game number 2, 2-1. St. Catharines winning game number 3, 4-2, and Caledonia closing out the series with a 3-2 victory in St. Catharines before winning 4-3 last Wednesday night to clinch the conference championship. And Blunt in deep in behind the Caledonia net. Nixon out the far side, plays it back behind the Caledonia net, picked up on the half wall by Atkins. Hurst to the left side, and the point of all that talk regarding the number 4 seed in the Sutherland Cup playoffs, the St. Catharines Falcons advancing on the other side to play the Leamington Flyers based on goal differential. St. Catharines and the Maroons finishing in a tie, and the Falcons advancing with more overall goals. Taylor to the slot, broken up by Cody Brown. Taylor a second opportunity. The drop pass is intercepted by Moran. Peacock over the left wing, 12:50 to go. The shot side of the net, Mitch Brown, a deflection off to the left side of the slot on the pass out from Peacock. Peacock shovels it in behind the net for Moran. Moran trying to wrap around on the near side. Ruskowski digs it out alongside the Caledonia bench, and the shot by Fontana hitting the skates of DeFarius. It's cleared further up the line, and the turnover, the shot by Forsland. Caledonia trying to tip it into the far corner. Caledonia cycling the puck now, and Jonathan moving out of the corner. The shot from the side of the right circle, and Lazarev making the save on the near side. Mitch Green taking the draw opposite Gazzola. Green wins the draw to Blunt, over to Nixon, and Nixon firing the shot wide to the near side. Nixon inside the line, Dorian ahead of him, and head up for Nixon. Throws a pass down the near side. In deep to get it is Mitch Green. Bodner, a attempted check from behind by Dorian. Gazzola plays it in behind the net. Furlong out to play it. Cross ice feed. Green winds up, and a long shot from the neutral zone above the left side of the blue line, and Leo Lazarev making the glove save on the near side. 11:17 to go, period number 2. Tonight's presentation of game number 1 of the Sutherland Cup Semi-Final, live from the HCCC in Caledonia, Ontario, brought to you by ARC Pro HD, as Adkins wins the draw and throws it down the far side. Ratchford down low to the ice to take the disc away, plays it to the half wall. Moran up through the neutral zone, and Adkins offside at the right side of the Caledonia line, with Matt Sheik in behind him. The Siskins and Corvairs tied at 1. La Jeunesse with the first goal of the Sutherland Cup semi-final at 1:27 on the power play, through the legs of Furlong on the far side off the pass out the near corner from Mitch Atkins, and Connor Patton tying the game. Patton, the shot from the high slot. Connor Patton then grabbing his own unintentional pass off the near board. The puck coming right back to him. Patton at the time was then able to move 2 steps in off his initial shot and fire a shot over the right shoulder of Lazarev to tie the game up at 1. Forsland to Gourlay. 25 seconds to the midway point of game number 1. La Jeunesse over the right side, and offside as Ryan Taylor just a step off. The draw from the neutral zone outside the line to the top of the Caledonia blue line. Brown backhands a pass. Kearns with it for a second. Gourlay takes it back the other way. and snaps a hard shot low to the ice, bad angle on the far side. Lazarev able to keep his pad against the post, and Cody Brown a shot on the opposite side this time. Lazarev once again with his opposite pad on the near post this time, making the save with 9:57 to go, period number 2. The 2-10s in the draw to take the draw out to the left glove side of Lazarev. Evan Buehler and Cody Brown on the face-off. Buehler leading the team in scoring with 25 points through the playoffs. Dorian the centering pass from Peacock. And I do believe the 25 points by Buehler tops in the league. Cody Brown the leading scorer for the Corvairs. Buehler with more points on the issue of games played. The Siskins playing 18 playoff games, and Brown firing a shot wide of the net. Brown wide open back door and dragged the shot along the ice. A delay on the shot by Cody Brown, and eventually whistled the shot wide of the net, 3 inches high to the far side. The Siskins, as mentioned, playing 18 playoff games through 3 rounds, and the Corvairs with 14 playoff games played under their belt. Cody Brown with 24 points, and the shot from far out, and they score. The Corvairs take the lead on the shot along the ice. Blunt with the shot from far out with 9:04 to go, with the shot from beside the Caledonia bench. The Corvairs with the go-ahead tally of game number 1, Sutherland Cup. The shot along the ice by Blunt. Murphy turning around on the near side, back to the left side of the blue line, and Moran. Murphy drawing his second assist at 10:56. No scoring through 1, 3 goals by the 2 division winners in the second. Lajeunesse at 127 on the power play. Patton along the ice off his own rebound at 3:36. And now Blunt on the long shot off the right side of the blue line along the ice. Connor Murphy drawing his second assist at 10:56. And the Corvairs now with a lead in game number 1 of the Sutherland Cup semi-final. Murphy now with 15 assists through the playoffs, 21 total points to go along with his 6 goals. Nixon down the far side. The shot by Brown. Brown the cross ice feed to Fontana, and Fontana a shot halfway up the net down the near side. Fontana tries to work his way underneath Lajeunesse. Brown at the far board. That's Mitch Brown with Lajeunesse. Brown plays it back to Nixon. Nixon spins around and plays a puck in behind the net for Fontana. Centering pass, Jonathan at the top of the crease on the pass near corner Fontana. Fontana this time throws it in behind the net, back for Jonathan, in behind the Siskin netting. Radford down the wall, rings it around the board to the near side, and Taylor intercepts and throws a pass to the far side. And it's chipped down the far wall by Evan Kearns, who goes off on a change. The shot, the rebound, Sheik Adkins there as well, side of the net. Mitch Adkins looking for his second point. Blunt inside the line, brings it to center, and Jake Brown offside at the right side of the line with Dorian and Mitch Green ahead of him on the play off to his left. The draw outside the Waterloo line, Moran plays it in. Forsland chops it down, and the backhand deflection by Mitch Green. Mitch Green looking for the third Caledonia goal along the ice to the near side, and he knocks down Matt Sheik on the far side as the whistle goes. Sheik and Green having words at the far neutral zone as a result of Green's hit. The draw now being moved inside the right circle Caledonia zone. Waterloo winning the draw. Bueller back to Hanlon. And Hanlon and Bueller now 2-on-2 from the left side of the Caledonia zone before the Corvairs able to clear. The puck going the length of the ice, and Lazarev covering up at the top of his crease. The draw won by Brown, looks for Peacock down the left wing. And Peacock now tied up on the near side by Matt Martin. Martin able to clear back to center before Cody Brown throws it in behind the Siskin net. Gourlay the shot, side of the net. Gourlay picking up the rebound on the near side. Back to Nixon. Nixon the backhand down the board, and Ryskowski intercepts. The bouncing pass, the shot by Ryskowski, hit a Caledonia player in front, came right to Evan Bueller on the near side, but the puck bouncing, and Bueller unable to get a shot away. Brown the back pass to Gourlay. Gourlay from the end line, far side, pokes it to the opposite corner for Cody Brown. Radford to Brown. Gazzola pinning Brown up against the board. Cody Brown is back to the play, and Brubaker and Peacock in there as well. And the whistle goes as two Caledonia players and two Waterloo forwards, Gazzola and Brubaker. Actually, Brubaker, the assistant captain, back on the Waterloo defense. And the Corvairs win the draw. Murphy to Malott, and the shot by Malott wide of the net. Under 5 minutes to go, second period of play. The Corvairs with a 2-1 lead on the long shot by Ryan Blunt at 10:56 of period number 2. A well-played close game by both teams. The Corvairs with the better of the scoring chances in period number 1. The game remaining scoreless. A shot there by Connor Murphy near side. A second opportunity by Malott, and sharp on the play is Lazarev on the near side. Gazzola from center slips by Patton. Kearns on for the Siskins. And Bodner and Gazzola knocked down at the end of the Waterloo bench. Or that was Connor Patton, excuse me. Patton hit hard, the player standing up on the Waterloo bench. 3 players on the near side, and Connor Patton getting the worst of that, getting up and checking his face for blood. Semino plays it around the net. The high pass, the backhander by Nixon, all the way down the ice, and Mitch Brown picked up that Nixon long pass on the left wing, firing a shot wide far side. Waterloo right back the other way. The shot by Nick Hurst. La Jeunesse picks it up far side. Kearns in behind the Caledonia net, and Hurst missing the pass from the right side of the blue line. Lazarev out to play it deep in the Waterloo zone. Kearns far side, checked from the side by Fontana. Fontana eventually body checking Evan Kearns. Kearns checked a second time by Forsland. Side of the net, Dorian, the rebound squirts free. And Jonathan looking for a rebound opportunity on the far side. Jonathan whips it around the boards. Lazarev unable to play it this time, so he goes back to the front of his net, and Bueller forcing a turnover by moving around Moran on the far side. Brubaker plays it ahead, Gourlay across the right side of the line, and Moran the backhander up to center. Gourlay knocked off the puck from behind by Bueller. Peacock the turnover, Ruskowski in the slot, and Ruskowski the shot wide of the net, and 2 good opportunities for the Siskins there off the turnover by Peacock. The shot by Matt Martin right side of the blue line, handled in the glove by Furlong. 1:28 to go in the second period now. Tonight's presentation of Game 1 of the Sutherland Cup Semi-Final brought to you by ARC Pro HD. Be sure to visit YouTube to see all the Caledonia home games online, courtesy of ARC Pro HD. The shot by Taylor wide on the near side. The puck comes down the far corner, and the Corvairs immediately play it down deep into the Waterloo zone, played around the boards by Forsland. Waterloo chipping it back 1 step over Caledonia's own side of center ice, and Malott plays it back in deep for the Corvairs. Adkins down the far side. Nixon picks it up for Caledonia, and Patton losing the puck beside the Siskin bench. Patton back to center. Brubaker takes it away to La Jeunesse, and La Jeunesse sees Forsland out of the corner of his eye at the last second, but Forsland heavy on the upper body. Forsland the bigger of the 2 players. And an offside, the face-off in the neutral zone off to the far side. Bueller and the Corvair player, assistant captain Mitch Brown. Brown winning the draw over to Fontana, drops it to the defense. Blunt to the far side and plays it up to the red line on the far corner for Mitch Brown. DeFarius now behind his own net with under 10 seconds to go. Plays it to the far end line to Brubaker. Forechecking by Mitch Brown. Brubaker drops it to DeFarius as the buzzer goes. No scoring in the first, 3 goals in the second. La Jeunesse at 1:27 on the power play. the Siskins taking the lead, but the Corvairs responding with 2 goals, 7 minutes and 20 seconds apart. Connor Patton from Connor Murphy tying the game at 3:36, and Ryan Blunt on the long shot from the right side of the blue line. Connor Murphy drawing his second assist at 10:56, and at the end of 2 periods of play in game number 1 of the Sutherland Cup semi-final, it's the Golden Horseshoe Conference champion Caledonia Corvairs with the 2-1 lead over the Cherry Cup champion Waterloo Siskins at the second intermission. Both teams vowing for the series lead as the series returns to Waterloo tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for game number 2. Once again, your score at the end of 2 periods of play, it's the Caledonia Corvairs 2 and the Waterloo Siskins 1. The Corvairs with a 2-1 lead after 2 periods of play. This game number 1 of the Sutherland Cup semi-final. Game 2 going tomorrow night in Waterloo, a 7 p.m. start. The Siskins getting their first conference championship in 20 years with a 4-2 series victory over the Stratford Cullitons. That taking place on Saturday night. The Corvairs getting here with a 4-1 series victory. The Corvairs winning the championship on home ice last Wednesday night. La Jeunesse at center, Kearns on the right wing, Taylor off to his left, and Malott, Connor Murphy, and Connor Patton off to the far side to take the opening face-off of period number 3. La Jeunesse wins it to Hurst, and Martin plays it up the far side boards. Taylor turns around. Nixon, the cross-ice feed to Blunt, and Blunt fires it down the near side for an icing on the play. 13 seconds into the final frame. Game number 3 returning here Saturday night. Arc Pro's next presentation. Murphy tossed out of the draw. La Jeunesse winning it around Malott and throwing it to the far corner. Taylor knocked off the puck by Murphy. Taylor from his own side of the blue line takes it himself through center, and Taylor firing a long shot into the right glove of Furlong. Once again, game number 2 of the Sutherland Cup semi-final resuming tomorrow night in Waterloo. Arc Pro returns here for our next home game Saturday night, 7:30. The 2 teams a quick turnaround for game 4, Sunday afternoon, 1:30. And then if necessary, game 5 here next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Game 6, Thursday, April the 17th in Waterloo. And the final game, if the series goes that long, Saturday, April 19th, game 7 would be here next Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. In the other semifinal, the Leamington Flyers advancing to the Sutherland Cup semifinal championship round with a 1-0 victory over the Chatham Maroons in game number 5. Leamington registering a shutout to get to the Sutherland Cup semi. Of course, a change from previous years. In previous years, a different format, the round robin format, each team playing each other twice through the round robin, and the 2 best teams facing off in the finals, the wraparound by Gourlay. So game 1 of the Leamington series, tomorrow night, 10 after 7 in Leamington. All games in Leamington, 7:10 starts. All games in St. Catharines, 7:30 starts. Games 2, 4, and 6 in St. Catharines, Saturday, April the 12th, Tuesday, April the 15th, and Saturday, April 19th. 1, 3, 5, and 7 in Leamington. Once again, tomorrow night, Sunday, April the 13th for game 3. The 17th of April, as Abraham wraps it around the boards. Atkins, the long shot from the right side of the blue line, kicked aside by Furlong at the near post. 5, as mentioned, in Leamington, April the 17th, and game 7, if necessary, Monday, April the 21st in Leamington, a 7:10 p.m. start. Leamington, the division winners, and St. Catharines getting to the Sutherland Cup semi-final on goal differential. Fontana, the shot side of the net. Briar Jonathan looking for a deflection. Fontana with the initial shot. We're 3 minutes into period number 3 as Radford skates around the far side, brings it to the near corner beside the benches, this time through center. It goes to the far side inside the Waterloo zone before Caledonia breaks up play in the neutral zone and sends it deep down the near side. Hurst and Murphy, far corner. Hurst turns around and fires a backhand pass to avoid Connor Murphy. The long shot by Moran from far out, and Lazarev leaving it for Hurst. A pickoff on the far half wall by Connor Murphy. Murphy looking for opportunity off the far side to find the 3rd Caledonia goal. Radford from the end line up to the top of the blue line for Murphy. And Murphy back inside the Waterloo zone. Radford, the quick pass out from the far side on the backhand pass by Malott. And the shot from the left side wide of the net. Logan Stanley with the shot on the far side. Logan Stanley getting the one of the final goals in that final game in Stratford. Stanley then a couple days later also picked in the OHL draft. Bueller and Cody Brown on the draw. Bueller wins the draw, but it squirts free off to the right-hand side, and it's picked up by Peacock. Gourlay centering feed. Gourlay to Peacock. Peacock on the far side. 2 chances, and Peacock frustrated. Peacock thought he could slide it in on the end line at the far side, but Lazarev moving out to the corner to make the save on the bad angle. Brown wins the draw. Can't find Peacock on the far side. Waterloo intercepts for a minute. Caledonia takes it right back. The long shot by Gourlay. And Gourlay and Peacock. Peacock running into his own man, Gourlay, through the neutral zone. And the Siskins play it in deep. Peacock backhanded to Brown. Brown to the near side, Hurst to the corner with him. And Brown takes it away, the shot. Peacock open in the slot on the forehand and fires a shot just above the net, 2 inches high to the center of the net. Lazarev, no chance on the what a save by Lazarev, but he can't corral the rebound, and the Corvairs score the 3rd goal. Cody Brown scoring at the near side. The shot by Nixon on the far corner, and Lazarev sprawling across the near side to get the paddle down. But Cody Brown, the backhand on the near corner, and the Corvairs extend the lead to 2 with 14:10 remaining in the 3rd.
Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs goal, scored by number 10, Cody Brown.
Played up the boards. Abraham takes it away at the blue line.
And 17, Briar Jonathan. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 50 seconds.
At 5:50, the Corvairs move out in front by 2. So Peacock actually the one with the shoveling shot along the near side, the big stick pass by. Now they're correcting the assist. So Nixon does in fact get credit for the 2nd assist. Nixon high on the right side of the blue line. Peacock the deflection along the end line. Lazarev with the big sprawling save across the near side. And Brown backhanding in the rebound at the near post. Fontana offside at the line. 12:52 to go. Sutherland Cup Semi-Final game number 1. The Corvairs, the Golden Horseshoe Conference champions, with the 2-goal lead over the Cherry Cup champion Waterloo Siskins. Fontana firing a shot wide off the end board on the near side. And Furlong raising his right arm to signify an icing. Cody Brown at 5:50 of the 3rd. And the Corvairs get their first 2-goal lead of the series. No scoring through period number 1. Lajeunesse getting the opening goal for the Siskins in the 2nd period, 1:27 in on the power play. And the Corvairs responding with the game's last 3 goals. The Corvairs on top in game 1 with 12:12 remaining. The whistle going for icing. The series returning to Waterloo. Game 2 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Jonathan down the left side. Bodner the cross ice feed. Martin with lots of room through the neutral zone, but he trips up. Martin losing his balance on the far side and tripping himself up at the far side of the Caledonia blue line. Miranda Patton. Patton through center, a 2-on-1 developing. Connor Murphy on the right side. He shoots and scores! Connor Murphy ripping home the rebound off the right wing. The turnover through the neutral zone. Connor Murphy down the right side on the 2-on-1. Took the shot himself inside the right circle and fires a shot to the right stick side of Lazarev. Connor Murphy drawing his 3rd point of the night. Murphy with his first goal opposite the 2 earlier assists on goals 1 and 2. At 8:29, the Corvairs now take a 3-goal lead. Nixon hit on the end board by Hanlon. Hanlon past the end line, centering pass back to the top of the blue line. And the long pass too far for everyone on the ice. Logan Stanley back behind his own net to pick it up for the Siskins. Abraham the backhand. Picked off by Danny Hanlon, and Hanlon finds some room around Peacock back for Caledonia. Hanlon firing a backhand wrist shot wide to the far side. Murphy with his 7th goal of the playoffs. Cody Brown with the earlier 3rd Caledonia goal. Cody Brown now with 12 goals for 25 points through 15 playoff games. Inside of 10 minutes, game number 1, Forsland plays it to Gourlay, and Gourlay turns around from his own side of center, and a pass to Abraham, and Abraham rifles a pass around the near board, and Brown now skating to the far side. Peacock has his stick partially lifted by Mitch Adkins. Cody Brown chopped down inside the right circle, and now Mitch Adkins heading to the penalty box in frustration. Adkins thinking he didn't get too much of Cody Brown inside that right circle, but Adkins now off to the box for 2 minutes with 9:31 remaining. Murphy, the backhand face-off win to Patton. Nixon to the half wall to Murphy. Nixon gets it back. Murphy checked from behind by Matt Martin, and it's intercepted by Ruskowski and thrown over center. Nixon picks it up for Caledonia. The pass down the right wing for Murphy. Patton leaves it. Murphy collects it back in at the left side, and Moran now backhands it down the board from the left side of the blue line. 1:25 to go in the penalty to Mitch Adkins. Cody Brown inside the left circle. The win to Peacock on the left wing. Peacock plays it back to Nixon. Blunt and Nixon go back and forth. Nixon top of the blue line, back to Blunt. Nixon from the right now to Cody Brown, and the shot by Brown 4 inches wide heading off the end board far side. Blunt to Brown, and Brown's attempted back pass intercepted by Lajeunesse. Lajeunesse, the weak shot along the ice to the near corner past Kyler Nixon, and Nixon brings it out. Nixon taking it himself over the right side of the Waterloo blue line. Nixon looking for room, instead finds a pass to Gourlay. Gourlay firing a wrist shot from the side of the left circle. Abraham, the shot up over top of Hanlon. Hanlon trying to slide across and block it. And Abraham once again finds himself open. Abraham trying to go semi-backdoor, moving off the left side of the blue line. Abraham twice going down the near corner where no one for the Siskins could pick him up. Jake Brown to Mitch Brown. And Mitch Brown plays it in behind the Waterloo net for Jonathan. Martin around the near side, picked off by Brown. Jake Brown can't do anything with it from the near corner. And Ratchford brings it back in for Caledonia down the far side. DeFrias past the end line. The pass eluding Luke Gazzola. Parker picks it up instead. Parker unable to get a shot away at the near side. And the Corvairs on the 2-on-2 with Luke Gazzola back checking. The shot wide on the far corner. Gazzola hitting his man on the far board. And Ratchford looking for a pass, tried to find Dorian. But the puck banking off the back of the Waterloo net. Ruskowski, the backhand pass to Hanlon. Hanlon around Ratchford, and Ratchford takes it away on the second opportunity. The shot by Stanley, wide off to the far corner, may have hit the right side of Cosimo Fontana on the way through. And now Fontana picks it up on the far side. Fontana turns it over, and Danny Hanlon with the shot underneath the left face-off dot, and Furlong hanging on with the right glove on the far corner. 5:32 to go as Connor Murphy and Lajeunesse take the draw. Lajeunesse wins it, and the shot by Brubaker knocked down nicely by Furlong. Patton lifts his stick, and the shot, and Lazarev with a beautiful save high on the upper body, just underneath the neck. Murphy and Lajeunesse, a second face-off draw, this time inside the Waterloo line. And Patton banks a pass off the far half wall, too far for Connor Murphy. Forsland, the high rising long shot. Forsland smashing a hard shot off the glass in behind the Waterloo net. Patton out to the neutral zone for Malott. And Murphy now down the left wing, turns around. Taylor with it for a brief second. Murphy playing cat and mouse as he holds on to the puck for a good 30 seconds, twisting and turning. And now Peacock following suit, as well as Malott. The Waterloo defenders chasing the Corvairs around in their own zone. Malott, Peacock, and Connor Murphy twisting and turning around Matt Martin and another Waterloo defender. 4 minutes to go now. Nixon to Blunt. Blunt, the pass up the left wing for Brown, and the shot by Peacock wide of the net on the far corner. Brown and Martin in the corner. Martin checks Brown on the near side beside the end line. And Murphy turning around. Adkins losing it to, or Nixon rather, losing it to Sheik. Adkins on that far side as well. Brown turning around, and the Corvairs doing an amazing job on the forecheck. Blunt the shot, the rebound coming out to Cody Brown. The Corvairs playing very good defensive hockey inside the last 4 minutes, spending a full minute down deep in the Waterloo zone, and the long shot by Kyler Nixon along the ice, and Lazarev out to challenge on the far side, making the save and hanging on for a face-off.
Game number 4, matinee 1:30 game in Waterloo. Game 5 is necessary.
Brown wins the draw to Fontana, and the shot by Ratchford. Lazarev hanging on at the far side, just outside the paint.
Number 7, a week from Saturday, April the 19th, here in Caledonia.
The shot out of play on the far side. Game 2 tomorrow night in Waterloo, a 7 p.m. start. Leamington and the St. Catharines Falcons getting underway in their series tomorrow night as well. Radford plays it around the near side. Mitch Brown, the pass hitting Gazzola, and Hurst flipping it down the far side. Fontana falling down in the neutral zone, and Chimino now in with it inside his own line. Fontana taking the disc away. An opportunity by Briar Jonathan. Jonathan with the huge wrist shot to the far side. And Lazarev with 1:51 to go, trying to keep his team in the game. The Siskins not likely to strike quickly, but the opportunity still there nonetheless. A big hit on Jake Brown by Brubaker. Brubaker getting the right shoulder up into Jake Brown and knocking his helmet off, and now Dorian and Stanley getting into it. The Corvairs unhappy on the high hit underneath the chin to Jake Brown. Brown having his helmet knocked off in the process. Dorian to the box. For the Corvairs. I would have thought Logan Stanley would go off on the offsetting. The Waterloo door open, but Stanley not in the box as of yet anyway for the Siskins. A quick recap, Lajeunesse getting the first goal of the game at 1:27 of the second after no scoring in the first. The assist going to Mitch Adkins and Nick Hurst. Lajeunesse from inside the right circle. Adkins with the assist on the near corner. Patton gathering in his own rebound later on in that second period. Murphy also getting an assist. Patton with the shot in the high slot. Patton gathering in his own rebound rather off the near side board and firing in the tying goal at the 3:36 mark. Blunt on the long shot from the right side of the blue line. The Corvairs moving out in front at 10:56. Murphy with his second assist at that point. Cody Brown with the third Caledonia goal at 5:50. And then Connor Murphy on the 2-on-1, Ratchford drawing the assist at 8:29, and that's your score. Forsland to the box as time beginning to run down on game number 1. The Corvairs now 2 men short. Murphy with a goal and 2 assists. The leading point getter through game number 1.
A timeout has been requested by and granted to the Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs.
So the Corvairs take a final timeout with 1:10 left. Looking to drop back and play defense and come away with a victory in game number 1. Game number 2, well, here's the announcement here, not to be interrupted, but the Corvairs playing tomorrow night, game number 2. The Siskins, the Midwestern Conference Cherry Cup champions. Waterloo with a 34-12-3 record through the regular season, winning their first 3 playoff rounds through 18 playoff games. Ruskowski's side of the net tries to find Taylor on the far side. Waterloo defeating the Guelph Hurricanes in round number 1, 4-1. Advancing in their toughest challenge through round 2, a 3-1 victory over the Sugar Kings in game number 7, before winning the conference championship on the strength of the 2 Christian Ruskowski goals. The 5-4 win at Allman Arena on Saturday night in game number 6. And the Corvairs sweeping the first round, winning the next 2 rounds in 5 games. The Corvairs beating the Port Colborne Pirates, going on to the semi-final before defeating the Falcons in the final under 20 seconds to go. Semino on the right side of the blue line. The Corvairs, the Golden Horseshoe Conference Championship. The Caledonia receiving the trophy last Wednesday and taking the team photo, the buzzer going. The Corvairs, Connor Murphy, a 3-point night, a goal and 2 assists. The Siskins getting the opening goal off the stick of Troy Lajeunesse at 1:27 of the second. The Corvairs responding with the game's final 4 goals, and the Corvairs skate off with the game 1 victory in the Sutherland Cup Semi-Final. Tomorrow night, game number 2 in Waterloo. For the Caledonia Corvairs Hockey Club, I'm John Molson. Join ARC Pro HD for our next broadcast, game number 3, Saturday night for the Sutherland Cup Semi-Final, as the Corvairs and Siskins face off here at the HCCC at 7:30. Once again, your final score tonight in game 1 of the Sutherland Cup Semi-Final. The Caledonia Corvairs 4, the Waterloo Siskins 1. The Corvairs take the 1-0 series lead in the Sutherland Cup Semi-Final. Good night. See you Saturday night from Caledonia, Ontario. Once again, I'm John Molson. The Corvairs win it 4-1 and take game 1 of the Sutherland Cup semi-final.